Well, another day, no more dollars. We're doing irrigation today. So we're putting in 2.5-inch pipe. Hard to see. That's it there. All the way up yonder. Open this up. It's raining right now. See, it seems to either... I think we're at 400. I'll shut this off. It's a 450 yard fairway or something like that. 425. I think it's the biggest fairway on the golf course. It will be. It's not open. It won't open for another year and a half. And it goes all the way down there. The excavator's way down there. Everybody's just stopped working because... Oh no, he's digging across there. He's still going. So far away, you can't even see. That's the school they built. Just finished building that. It's going to open in about 2 weeks, maybe 3. 2.5 weeks. School starts. So, come on, focus. There's the trench. And we're using the narrow trenching bucket and that one blue wire with there's no ground wire. It's kind of like household electrical wire, but it's not. It's made specifically for irrigation, I think. And there's 2 conductors, no ground, like the wire used to be back in the 1950s or 60s. And that controls all the sprinkler heads individually. There's these little. You can't. Yeah, you can see it right there. Yeah, you can see it. They look like a little pill bottle, like with 2 wires sticking out. And each one of them has its own little code. So in the wire, it sends a signal to that little solenoid. It's like a solenoid, and it clicks and turns on the sprinkler and turns off the sprinkler. Pretty cool. The whole course is like that. And that's what we're doing today. Because it's raining, I got really nothing to do right now. Yep. So what we do is the trench is dug, we lay the pipe and the wire in, we hook up. I'm not doing that. I'm just doing the landscaping part of it. The irrigation guy hooks up the sprinkler heads, connects the wires, and then we bury it with sand. We got sand piles all over the place here. There's one there. There's another sand pile up there. That's actually green sand and tea sand up there. That's expensive sand. It's like 4 times the price of this stuff, this brown stuff. I took the bucket off. I got the forks. There's a bucket right there. And then we got a bunch of piles over here too. So there's a pile there. There's two loads of 2 triaxle dump truck loads. And then 2 again over there. And then up the other fairway we got a whole bunch more sand and more pipe and more everything. This camera's kind of cool. Like you can zoom right in. See that? That's my it's like a telephoto lens. So let's see how far we can zoom in here. There's Johnny hiding from the rain. Johnny on the spot. That's as far as we can zoom in. Must automatically switch lenses as you zoom in and out, I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, so yeah, there's only one little switch here to change the you don't have to get out or anything. You just use this to unlock your quick attach for your bucket or your forks. And then so they use some sort of purple glue. They use a primer and a glue. And if it's wet, you can't really glue those pipes together. It's not a good idea to do it if it's wet. So they gotta wipe it with a rag and glue it and hope that it holds, because if it bursts open, man, there's a lot of pressure in those lines. Wherever there's a T or a 45 degree or an elbow, they have to put bags of cement, because there's so much water coming around that. So there's 2 bags of cement on the T at the top where we teed into the valve that provides water. And so the main irrigation line's up there, up at the top, and down at the bottom also. We're going to make a loop, so it's going to have pressure from both ends. So if you got a whole bunch of sprinkler heads on at once, the water's coming from both sides. So it kind of tends to even out the pressure. So you don't have one sprinkler shooting 50%, and then as you get closer to the source of water, they're shooting 100%. These things shoot 90 feet. I think these are 60s though, or 70s. I think they're 70s. They're 700s they call them. And then there's 900s. I think these are the small ones. They look a little smaller, because there's a row on this side of the fairway, and then on the back side of the fairway over there'll be another row. We'll probably do that tomorrow, I'm gonna guess, because it's already just about lunchtime and we're not even done one side yet. So that's how irrigation is done on a golf course. There's a 6-inch water main coming up here to the top, and then it jumps down to 4-inch at one point somewhere. So there's a lot of water, and the main line back to the pump is 8 inches. So it's the size of a paint can. If you just picture a gallon of paint, I think that thing would fit right in that 8-inch pipe. So that's a lot of water coming through there, boy. I thought it was overkill, but I have a good friend who's a plumber, and he said that's probably about right, because these things, I think these sprinkler heads, these are 700s, but the 900s, I think they use about, I think it's 150 gallons or 160 gallons a minute of water. So if you've got 10 of those on, that's like 1,600 gallons a minute. That's a lot of water coming out. And because it's been so wet this summer, they're not running out of water, but normally the pond would start drying up. Like, it would not dry up, but it would start dropping. What they have is a well pump. I think it's a big 3-phase commercial well pump. It's big. I've never seen it, but it's in about a 10 or 12-inch casing. And there's a 4-inch pipe coming off that well, and it runs 24/7 and fills the pond. And then from the pond, they send the water through the irrigation system with another pump. It's an even bigger pump, because it provides water on demand. So as the sprinklers are turned on, it keeps pressure at I think it's 250 psi or something like that, 225 or 250 pounds per square inch. It's a pretty incredible system. So yeah, I thought I'd just do a little video of what I'm up to, and hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for watching.